Hello everyone. Today we have Dilawar Syed, who is the president of Freshdesk, here with us. And Dilawar, thank you very much for coming over.
Thank you, sir.
And you just had a session with all the investors as well, representing Freshdesk at Open. So tell us something more about, for the audience who were not able to join the session here, what does Freshdesk is and how do they connect to the Open industry community?
Well, Freshdesk is a cloud-based company. We are a customer service app. The idea is that if you are getting customer service inquiries from various channels, we help companies and businesses manage that in a platform in a subscription model. And we've been in business for almost 5 years. We've grown rapidly to about 50,000 customers globally now. And these are companies of all sizes, some big companies, small companies, but we help companies make sure that their service is top notch. And as you know, because of mobile and social, a lot of organizations feel the need to be able to respond to customer inquiries that are coming in from all sorts of places like Twitter and social media, as well as email. And so we provide a very holistic multi-channel solution to be able to make sure, to be able to give these companies an opportunity to provide enterprise class customer support, but in a very easy to use, easy to set up, and an affordable manner. So it's a very democratizing mission for our company. We want to be for customer service and customer support what Gmail has become for email, helping companies of all sizes. So it's just a terrific business, and we are in a great growth mode there.
Good to know. And Dilawar, we know you for another role that you play at Open. You're the president for Open Global now. So how are you managing these two roles, and what's your experience with Open Global so far?
We all have had multiple hats throughout our career. I've been involved with Open for a very, very long time. And that's something I've done on the side even as I was involved with my corporate career. So it doesn't take anything away from that. If anything, it adds to it because you are able to continue to learn, interact with new people, get to know new folks, exchange ideas. So that's something that I would not change, if you will, at all. In terms of Open Global, honestly, that's something I wasn't planning to step into it, but I felt like our organization is at a point in its life, with us sort of being around for 17 years, that as we move forward for the next decade, we want to make sure Open stays relevant to a new generation of entrepreneurs. And that's not an easy mandate because I do feel that our growth has been somewhat stagnated, and we want to make sure that we're continuing to grow both the chapters that already exist today, like OpenSV and others, but also as we think about investing in new chapters, in new locations. So that's where Open Global it comes in. That's where I'm going to spend a little bit of my time thinking about our growth as an organization, thinking about making our organizations more viable, and that we stay relevant, with great services like mentorship and knowledge sharing for entrepreneurs in our community, both in North America as well as in Pakistan and places like London and Toronto and Singapore.
Okay. So I had the honor of being at the dinner last night with you as well, and you were talking about that you're planning an event for Open Global in August somewhere. So would you want to share something about that?
Absolutely. We have one of our most strong assets as an organization is our charter member community. We have these 200 very successful entrepreneurs in our community who are each of them bring something very special to Open. They have signed up to uphold Open's charter. I think we have not done a great job as an organization to really put that great asset to use, and to make sure these 200 leaders really get involved, roll up their sleeves, and help take the organization forward. So in August, we are convening a historic gathering of our charter members from around the world for the first time, from all chapters, 11 chapters. They're going to come together over the weekend, August 7th through August 9th in Monterey. And we're going to take some time to, again, hear great content, but we'll spend some time thinking about where we are as an organization, where we need to go, and what is it that we need to do to make sure we deliver on that mandate. And I'm looking forward to that conversation with my colleagues. And from that, hopefully we'll launch some initiatives, some partnerships, or some global efforts that will benefit all our chapters, including OpenSV.
And that was great, and definitely I can see that with this passion, you will definitely find something very interesting to grow open to. And my next question would be around that you have been with many startups in the past as well, right? So what are the basic challenges or that you would have had in startups earlier?
It's a big question. I mean, it really depends. I think my previous role was very emerging markets focused. I was commuting between Istanbul to San Francisco for like almost 4.5 years. Now the challenge of in that case, getting to know a different geography, a different market was quite interesting. Also, I was running a consumer company. It was a social media company, so I made a transition from more of a B2B space to B2C. That was something new. But I think in general, the one consistent challenge, which is always, especially in high growth startups, is how do you scale? How do you make sure that you are bringing the right level of resources, the right type of resources to be able to deliver on this demand that you're seeing, and to be able to do that in a way that is thoughtful. Is probably the biggest challenge that many of us face as we are running startups. So again, nothing new, but that's been pretty consistent in my career.
And you mentioned that you have been connected to Open for many years, right? And you must have seen so many startups that come here, pitch their ideas, get investments, and then grow as well. What's the feeling that you've been a part of that platform that has helped flourish companies as well? What's that satisfying feeling that you get out of it?
I think I'm glad you asked the question, Asaf. I am so energized and I'm so inspired to see how far we have come. I vividly remember the first Open Forum. Today we are at the 13th edition. Over the last 15 plus years, I mean, this organization has enabled literally thousands of conversations amongst our members that have gone on to create companies, that have gone on to create jobs, that have gone on to create investment dollars, help build brands, help build friendships. That impact is almost not measurable, and it's a terrific feeling that I and my colleagues and my friends here as volunteers have played a role. Also, when I joined, I was one of the first volunteers, and now we have other volunteers. Then every time I come and I see these new faces that I don't recognize, and I'm like, we've arrived, right? We have brought in a new set of folks. So it's a very fulfilling feeling, But I must say, our work must continue on. It's the first chapter, of our very long journey, and we need to make sure that we are reaching out to new folks. We're making sure that we stay relevant to a new generation of entrepreneurs. That our next generation continue to stay involved. For us to keep it forward, because this is all volunteer work. It is communities work. So I feel energized. I feel very inspired, but I also feel that we need to make sure that we continue to grow.
Hopefully, we will be getting there, and that's definitely a successful story. That when you feel somebody else growing because of your efforts as well, it's a very satisfying feeling, at least, right? So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Really
appreciate it. Thank you for all that you do. Awesome. Thank you.